Hello and greetings everyone. We are from Group 2 for subject Counseling and Guidance. And today we would like to present about our first assignment with a topic theoretical. And then our group choose person-centered theory. And of course, this presentation is prepared for Madam Nur. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fadzim Aiman bin Jalani. I'm from MSUC Sarawak, and I'll be presenting my part, which is History of Person-Centered Theory. That's all from me. Moving on to the next presenter.
Thank you, Fadzim. Hello and greeting everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Awang Aizat Adib bin Awang Azizzan, and I'm taking diploma in English language teaching, and I will be presenting to you my part, which is the theoretical assumptions of person-centered. Now moving on with the next presenter.
Thank you, Aizat. Hi, my name is An-Nur. I'm from MSUC Sarawak, and I'm taking diploma in English language teaching. For this presentation, I will be explaining the application of person-centered theory to resolve client problems. Okay, moving on to the next person.
Greetings everyone, my name is An-Nur Amirah Binti Zahri and I'm from MLCKD. So today I'm going to present about the introduction and conclusion on person-centered theory. So moving on to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Sarveshaa Poobalan. I'm from MSUC. Today I'm going to present about my part, which is technique or skills that used in theory. Next presenter.
Hi, my name is Sharvetha Sivakumar and this is my first semester. Today I'm going to present about person-centered theory criticism.
Hi, I'm Shereen Chendu. I'm taking diploma in education, and I will be partnering with Sharvetha Sivakumar to explain and present about criticism. That's all.
So without further ado, let's start with the introduction first. So person-centered theory, often called person-centered or client-centered counseling, is a humanistic strategy that focuses on how people view themselves consciously, as opposed to how a counselor might understand their unconscious thoughts, ideas. The person-centered theory created by Charles Roger is applied in therapy setting to assist clients in resolving their issues, and it was revolutionary when it was first established because it put the patient and their opinion of themselves before the therapist. According to Rogers, to reach one's greatest potential, one needs both favorable respect from others and positive esteem for oneself. The word no and negative answers were avoided in therapeutic environments with positivity as the main focus. The importance of the therapist's non-judgmental approach and the empathy of the patient alike. In this method, the therapist tries to comprehend the experience of the patients from their point of view. The therapist must strive to be honest and open while viewing the client as a person in all facets of their humanity. This is crucial in making the client feel welcome and improving their capacity for self-understanding. The strategy can assist the client in re-establishing their inner values and feeling self-worth, empowering them to select the path to advance. Person-centered counseling may often assist people of all ages with a variety of personal concerns. It allow users to maintain control and over the subject matters and tempo of sessions, and there is no concern that they are being examined or judged in any manners, which is makes it appealing to many people. People who have a strong desire to examine themselves and feel their feelings, as well as those who wish to address particular psychological habits or patterns of thinking, are likely to believe more from the non-direct approach of person-centered counseling. The method is considered to be very successful in assisting people in getting over specific issues like depression, anxiety, stress, sorrow, and among other mental health issues. Person-centered therapy can assist individuals in reconnecting with their inner self to overcome any restrictions, because these problems can have a substantial negative influence on self-esteem, self-reliance, and self-awareness. The idea of self-concept is another important component of this theory. The set of organized ideas and perceptions of a person about oneself is referred to as their self-concept. These are the fundamental elements of our whole experience and have an impact on how we see the world. Person-centered counseling understands that if we try too hard to fit it and be liked by people around us, self-concept may be get misplaced. People normally deal with any conditional acceptance extended to them by gradually and subconsciously assimilating this criteria into their perception of themselves. This may result in formation of self-concept made up of stereotype beliefs such as I am a kind person who will always respect others. Over the time, the value of others may supplant our own identity, including our individual's opinions, meaning, and experience. Person-centered counseling attempts to aid clients in self-actualization and personal development. As a result, this is promoted by providing self-setting. In such, client may create their own identities and start to break free from preconceived conception of what they ought to be. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
All right, thank you, Izzah. So next is about history of person-centered theory. So the person-centered approach began in the 1940s and gained clinical psychologist training at Columbia University in the 1920s. And it was inspired by the modern educational movement at Columbia. As you know, the person-centered approach began in the 1940s in the United States with the work of Carl Rogers. And Rogers, where learning was diverse with exposure divided by 4. The first one is psychoanalysis, testing, measurement, and child guidance techniques. Roger was the director of the Rochester Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children Child Study Department from 1928 till 1940. And he also the director of the new Rochester Guidance Center. As you know, Carl Roger is the humanistic perspective, helping to ensure that therapeutic relationship with clients promotes esteem, authenticity, and actualization in their life, assist them in making use of their strength. Carl Roger highlighted the humanistic perspective, as well as to ensure that therapeutic relationship with client, as I said before. So during his time in Rochester, he worked with thousands of troubled children and adults, gradually developing his own ideas about counseling and psychotherapy. So I think that it's all about the history of the theory, which is the person-centered approach. So moving on to the next presenter.
All right, thank you, Fadzim. Now let's proceed with theoretical assumption by person-centered approaches. So, the first example of a theoretical assumption by person-centered approaches is formative tendency. Projects believe that there is a tendency for all matter, both organic and inorganic, to evolve from simpler to more complex forms. For the entire universe, a creative process rather than a disintegrative one is in operation. The second one, which is the tendency to actualize. The tendency between all people and other creatures and plants to move toward completeness or fulfillment of potential is referred to as the actualizing tendency. This is a linked and more significant assumption. The entire person is involved in this actualization. The actualizing tendency is comprised of two or more of two other inclinations. Maintenance requirements resemble lower levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In the encompasses necessities like food, air, and safety, as well as propensity to avoid change and maintain the status quo. Even while there is a strong desire to keep things as they are, individuals are open to learning and adapting. Enhancing refers to this desire to advance, change, and experience progress. A human's actualizing tendency is realized only under certain conditions, and the conditions are empathy, unconditional positive regard, and also congruent. And last but not least, the last example of theoretical assumption of person-centered approaches is the importance of experiencing, that is, thinking, perceiving, sensing, remembering, and feeling along with the inherent meanings and action associated with these modes of experience. People are essentially relational beings and are best helped through the authentic person-to-person relationship. Human beings are free to act in relation to their words, and consequently, therapeutic change will be largely founded on self-determinations and self-direction, that the diversity of human experience is to be valued and also to be treated equally. The centrality of the assumption that people are motivated towards self-maintenance, psychological growth and development, and the realization of their potential, that the process of psychological growth and self-development operates throughout the lifespan. Now, that's all for the theoretical assumptions approaches. Just now moving on with the next presenter, please. Thank you.
Counseling is considered to be the most intimate and vital part of the guidance program. Counseling is as old as society itself. In every fine counseling goes on at many levels in a family setup. In other words, there is no limit to the problems on which counseling can be offered to the type of person who can render this help. The choice of the counseling technique to be used in a counseling session differs from the preference of a counselor to counselor, but there are certain factors that influence the choice of counseling technique. Theory is likely to apply in a given counseling situation. Skills that apply to a theory, the three leadership skills called technical skill, human skill, and conceptual skill as the basic personal skill essential for leadership. Leadership must possess these three skills that assist them in optimizing a leader's performance. Technical skills are related to the field, human skills are related to communicating with the people, and conceptual skills related to setting the vision. The three steps of the theory, which is technical, human, and conceptual, as the basic personal skills essential for leadership, technical skill related to the field, human skill related to communicating with people, and conceptual skill related to setting the vision. Finally, one of the major advantages of this benefits of a skill-based theory or leadership is that it acknowledges that anyone can become a leader. Individuals only need to find relevant resources and work hard to develop the skills of good leaders. This is encouraging for people who are interested in gaining leadership effectiveness but do not possess the trait as proposed other trait-based leadership theories. A skill-based leadership theory also provides a competency-based toolkit to organizations to create and develop leaders in organizations. And finally, creative counseling techniques allow further use of visual aid sense of movement that lead people to connect with each other easily. Conclusion, a creative counseling technique is an effective method in that it allows for the utilization of many approaches which combine to yield lots of benefits to those who receive the counseling. Creative counseling is also important in that it can be widely applied in different contexts such as family, individuals, and teams.
Okay, thank you, Aizat. So now I will explain the unhappiness at work and depression after relationship ends as the application of theory to resolve clients' problems. So unhappiness at work, for example, James has been working at a company for more than 10 years as a supervisor and is frustrated by the lack of promotion or opportunities that has been offered to him. So in person-centered therapy, there is no specific set of skills that will be taught to James, meaning that the client will not be told what to do or be taught on how to deal with his issues. But however, he will be supported in an encouraging relationship so he can overcome his own issues, meaning that no one is going to give him the solution but himself. Next, depression after relationship ends. Ram, who has begun therapy from the start of his depression for morning and night and cannot stop thinking about his girlfriend who left him 11 months ago. In person-centered theory, Ram will be presented with his own strengths so he can look at the bright side of himself, his good side, instead of looking at just the dark side of him. And the unconditional positive esteem will help him to recover from his breakup, hence feeling a lot better, so he can still be hopeful to find love in his life. That's all from me. Moving on to the next question.
Hello everyone, my name is Khaarthigheyan, and the third client problem is parenting a teen who is acting out. Charlie wants treatment to assist her in raising a son who is 14 years old. The guidance counselor at the school has requested more oversight of his attendance because he has been skipping class. The therapist would listen to Charlie's explanation of the issue and responds to her remark in a kind and non-judgmental manner. By providing unconditional positive regard for Charlie, the therapist facilitates her own ability to accept her role in the problem with her son. She eventually being the type of responsible parents that she would like to be. This self-awareness leads Charlie to make the decision to change her substance use habits. That's all.
All right, moving on to the next presenter, criticism. Shereen?
Sharvita, you said you will go.
Okay, go.
Criticism person-centered therapy, also known as person-centered or client-centered counseling, is a humanistic approach that focuses on how people view themselves consciously rather than how therapists interpret their unconscious beliefs or ideas. A criticism of person-centered counseling or therapy usual to this form of treatment, namely unconditional positive regard, empathy, and congruence. That's all.
Theory of psychology argues that self-actualizing is the fulfillment of personal potentials in a specific psychological environment. The psychological environment is one in which a person feels physically and emotionally safe. Conditions are thought to aid in creating this milieu, particularly in the therapy room. Thank you. That's all.
All right, next. Next is conclusion, right? Okay, proceed. Sharvin, your part.
Non-directive approach that the client capacity. Person-centered does not place the same focus on the time and method as a psychotherapist, since they place such a strong emphasis on authenticity and following the client's lead. Person-centered counselor can divide significantly from traditional therapeutic process if they seek time method. Wait. Sorry. Excuse me.
All right, that is all. Sharvin.
Yeah.
All right, so it's all from our group 2. Thank you.